All right, part two of the Getting Started in Preschool series. If you want to find the series, I'm going to add it up there in the little thingies, little circles or whatever, however they have it organized on whatever social media platform you're on. Today is all about morning table work. Now, why is morning table work important and why do I have it the first thing on our lesson plans? Because in my experience, when it's the beginning of the day, there's kids trickling in at different times. That might look different if you're in public school, but I was, and it was still like that. That might look different if you're in a home daycare. I don't know. But for me, I had kids trickling in at different times. So I wanted something for the kids to do that had an objective, but that was also open-ended. That is what I am sharing with you each morning in our morning table work. And I don't want to have to come up with new ideas every single morning. So what we're going to do in the lesson plan is it's going to be the same all week long, but next week it's going to be something different. So week 1 of Getting Started in Preschool, where topic is learning is fun, our morning table work is going to be a couple of things that we already have in our class that kids are kind of drawn to, maybe know how to do on their own, but we might still need to sit and show them how to use it correctly. That is, drum roll please, puzzles and blocks. Mind-blowing. One table you're going to set some puzzles out, one table you're going to set some blocks out. Then after about 5, 10, 15 minutes, just depending on how much time you're trying to utilize right now, those kids are going to clean up their mess and you're going to swap. Now this table is going to do puzzles and this table is going to do blocks. I kind of want to show you what that's going to look like in a somewhat real setting.
And because I know y'all are going to ask, the shape puzzle on the left is from Aldi. I don't know the brand. And then these other two puzzles, the clock and the numbers, comes from the brand Lucas and Friends, which I have never watched. I connected with this company on TikTok and they sent me these puzzles. I can't wait to get my hands on all the different themes they have. So first thing first, I would count how many kids you have in your class, then divide that number by 2. So let's say you have 12 kids in your class. That means you're going to have 6 kids possibly at this table. And then I would just add 7 puzzles just so that when one kid finishes one, they always have something to trade out with. Then either at the other table in your room, or you can just have it in the block center on the floor. You're going to place enough blocks out that the kids can build without fighting over the pieces. Well, they might still fight over the pieces a little bit because they're kids, but you want to make sure you have plenty out there to try to avoid that as much as possible. And I know this might sound crazy and some of y'all disagree with me, but I do think you should show them how to build with the blocks. For some reason, some kids just don't quite get that you can connect the pieces together and they just scatter and throw them around. But when you sit down with them and you engage and play with them in the beginning, you show them different things that you could do with them. It really just sparks that imagination and then you can let them take it from there. And allow time at the beginning of the year to also show them how to properly clean up the area, how to pick it up and put it back in the containers, how to put the puzzles back together, or if you just keep them all in a bucket, that way they can just easily transition from one table to the other, whatever you decide your system is, but show them what you expect with that before you just unleash them. Because in my opinion, at the beginning of the year, whatever you put in motion right now really sets the scene of how they're going to continue to do things. So take that time to show them what you're expecting. And if you found this video helpful and you want more like this of Getting Started in Preschool, go ahead and hit that follow button.